Okay, so today we're going to be doing a semi-short, we'll see how long it takes, glute and leg series. And obviously you'll be working your abs because everything you do in Pilates, you're always using your abs. That's a given. This will all be done either lying on our side or on our stomach. So you need to find a mat or carpet to lie on. Okay, so I'm going to have you go ahead, lie on down, just pick a side to start with. We'll do both. So we'll hit both of them. And then we're going to start just lying on your side there. Good. Okay. So Michelle's going to set up with lying on her side. She's right now she's in a perfectly straight line. We're going to have her bring her feet forward to the mat, so she's got a small hinge in the hips and her head is resting on her bicep. If that's uncomfortable for you and your neck, you can put a little pillow or a towel underneath there. She has her hand in front of her chest to help with stability and balance. And then bring your hand a little bit further away from you. Good. Okay. So we're going to lift this top leg hip height. Good. And she's going to stabilize by pulling in through her belly because there's a lot of stabilization here with the belly. Okay, I want you to swing that leg to the front and then pull through to the back and feel that squeeze under the glute. And again, swing to the front and pull through to the back. Good. And swing to the front. Pull through to the back. As you swing to the front, remember, keep that little bit of X. Yes. And to the back. And swing to the front. Pull through to the back and to the front. Pull through to the back and to the front. Pull through to the back, to the front. Pull through to the back. Last one, to the front. Pull through to the back. Good. Squeeze that glute. Close the leg down. Good. Externally rotate that top leg. Good. Think about the kneecap is heading towards the ceiling. You're going to point the foot, kick the leg up, flex the foot, and press it down. Squeeze those inner thighs. Bend the knee, or point the foot, excuse me. Exhale and lower. Good. Keep flowing with that. And lift and lower. Find that length through the waist the whole time. And lift and flex and lower. And inhale, lift and flex and lower. Good. That external rotation is hard. And exhale, lower. And last one, up and lower down. Now we're going to go into bicycling. So we've got more movement with the leg that we don't want to let that wiggle our pelvis. Okay, so lift that top leg up hip height. Let's swing to the front. Bend your heel to your bottom and try to extend behind you. Good. Now swing to the front. Good. Bend the heel to the bottom. Press behind you. Now extend the leg long so you feel that squeeze through the glutes. Swing forward. Bend the knee. Reach behind. Reach. That's the hard part right there. Good. And one more time in this direction. Press and swing it forward. Now let's go the other way. Press back. Now pull your heel to your bottom. Really pull, swing it through, extend long to the front. Good. Press back. Press. Keep pressing. Now pull your heel to the bottom in this deep extension in the hip and forward. Good. Now pull back. Good. Now keep that extension in the hip as you try to pull that heel to your rear. Oh, yeah, that's where the work's at. And extend forward. One more time. Pull back. Good. Heel to the rear. Extend forward. Good. And then close the legs down. Okay. That's a little tough one. All right. Now, let's lift that leg hip height. Point the foot. We're going to do some small circles. Let's do 10 in each direction about the size of a dinner plate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse those circles. Go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's do the bottom inner thigh work. So bend this top knee, and then you're going to take that leg into external rotation. Grab the back of the ankle. Good. Now take the bottom leg, instead of being at an angle, comes nice and straight. Good. Michelle's going to flex this bottom foot. She's going to use this bottom inner thigh, and she's going to lift up and lower, and lift and lower, and lift. And at the same time, she's finding length through her leg. Good. So not only are we lifting, but we're getting longer. Good. And up and down, and up and down and 3 and 2 and 1 and hold. Now keep that lift. I want you to do 5 circles. Think you're drawing a circle with your heel. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 and reverse the circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there. Now 10 pulses up to my hand. So little 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down, put the other leg back on top of it. Now we're going into some of the clam series. Bend your knees into your chest like a fetal position. And what I want everyone to watch when you do this at home is that the ankles, the knees, and the hips stay stacked. A lot of times this top knee likes to slide forward. Michelle, I'm going to have you just do it the bad way. Okay, and then come back. So watch that, and you can see your knees yourself in the direction that you're lying. So watch that those knees stay stacked. I'm going to have you bend your knees a little bit more. Okay, the ankles stay glued together the whole time right now. Okay, you're going to open and close just the top knee without rolling backwards for 10. Let's go. 9. Good. 8. 7. This is not very big right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now pick the feet up in the air. Don't let the top knee slide forward. Now this will be a little bit bigger. Let's go for 10 and 10. Good. 9. We're working that glute, the rotators of the hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put everything down. I want you to pick the top leg up only. Okay, we're going to go internal and external rotation of that femur. So I want you to internally rotate, the knees try to touch. You're going to externally rotate, the heels touch. Now, keep going. So it's like a little jig, knee and heel without rolling back and forth. And you may find one direction is harder for you. Knee and heel. Good. So that femur head is internally rotating, then externally rotating. Knee and heel. Good. Knee and heel. Knee and heel. Knee. It's not a very big movement, but is it burning yet? Okay, good. And knee and heel. One more. Knee and heel. Put that whole leg down. Now we're going to keep, let's bring this hip back a little bit. You can bend your knees a little bit more. Okay, now let's just lift the whole top leg up, hip height. Yes, and don't let anything rotate, and then put it back down. Good. And just lift it up and down. So it's not terribly high. Lift it up and down. And lift, and down, and lift, and down, and lift, and down, and up, and down, and lift, and down. Find that length through that waist again. Yes, down, lift, down, lift up and hold, lift up and hold. Now little pulses up again. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. Let's roll onto our stomach, and then we're going to do a little more work on the stomach. Then we'll revisit this whole series on the other side. So let's start by making ourselves what I call a palm pillow. So palms stacked, forehead on the palms. Nice. Okay, let's open our legs as wide as the mat. You're going to keep the upper body relaxed. The work is through the back, the lower body. Okay, I want you to pull the belly up and in. You're going to try to lift both legs off the mat at the same height. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift. So what we're doing is we're actually taking our hip into extension. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now, if you can only get your legs off a half an inch, that's okay. I don't want you, and then keep going with that, Michelle. I don't want anyone to lift their legs so high that they feel like they're compromising their lumbar spine, their low back. And for some people, it might just feel like there's weight coming out of your legs. Your legs may not actually lift, but they feel like there's some weights come off of the mat there. And lower down. And inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Find the length at the same time as the height. And lower. Now lift up and hold. Now we're going to do 20 heel beats. We're going to open and close our legs quickly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Hold. Open the legs back to the same width we started. Lower down. Let's finish off with a little more glute work. So bend your knees. Have your heels together and your toes apart, and her knees are apart. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to pretend we're going to push our feet into the ceiling, like the ceiling's made of sand, and we're going to make a footprint. So I want you to squeeze the heels and then try to press up. So Michelle's getting her thighs off the mat. Exhale, lower. And again, you may not get up that high. It might just feel like a little pressure's coming off your thighs, and that's fine. Now, as we do this, try not to let the knee unbend. So we want to keep the knee bent at 90. So pull your heels a little closer to your rear end. There you go. Yeah. Sometimes we start straightening our leg without realizing it. Good. And now push up. Good. And lower. Good. And press up for 5 and down. Press up for 4 and down. Press up for 3 and down. Press up for 2 and down. Press up for 1. Hold it there. Hold. Can you lift up another inch and now lower down? Lengthen the legs long. We're going to roll on to the other side and we're starting all over again, and then we'll stretch at the end. Okay. Okay. So do we feel active in our legs and glutes here? Okay. All right. So we're starting all over again. Let's hope I remember the same side series. Okay, so to get set up, remember you bring your feet slightly forward so you have a little hinge in your hip. Your hips are stacked evenly, and pretend your hip bones are headlights to whatever direction you're facing. Don't let your hips roll to the ceiling or to the mat. All right, so let's lift that top leg up, hip height. Good. We're going to try not to go internal rotations, parallel, little tiny bit of external. Swing that leg to the front. Good. And pull through to the back. Good. And swing to the front. And pull through to the back. And swing to the front. Pull through to the back. And swing to the front. Pull through to the back. Find that length. And swing to the front. Good. Pull through. Good. And to the front. And to the back. And to the front. And to the back. Okay, good. And 2 more. To the front. To the back. Press through. Good. Reach. Good. Last one. To the front. To the back. Taking that hip into extension. Good. Bring your legs back together and close. Externally rotate that top leg. Good. Point the foot up. Good. And now flex that foot. Squeeze the inner thighs. And point the foot up. And flex it down. Good. And point it up. And flex it down. Good. And point it up. And flex it down as you come up. Try to keep that knee up a little. Yeah. And down. That's hard. And point it up. And flex it down. And 2 more. And point it up. And flex it on down. Good. Now let's bring that leg back to parallel. We're going to go into our bicycling. So let's swing the leg forward. Now pull your heel to your bottom. Reach behind you and extend that leg. That hip goes into extension. Swing forward. Heel to the bottom. Reach behind you. Reach, 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 and swing forward. Let's do 2 more in this direction. Bend. Reach behind you. Swing forward. Last one. Bend. Reach behind you. Swing forward. Now let's reverse it. Pull back. Good. Now heel to the bottom. Now extend long in front of you without letting that top hip roll forward. Good. Pull back. Bend. And extend. Now as you extend here, don't let that leg internally rotate. There you go. Back. Pull the heel to the bottom. And reach. Let's do last one. Pull back. Go. Take that hip into extension. Now try to keep that hip in extension. Yes, as you pull the heel to the bottom. Good. Bring the leg back to parallel. Lower the leg. Good. Okay, lift that top leg hip height. Okay, point that foot. Okay, keep reaching long into the opposite wall. Yes, now let's do those dinner plate size circles, 10 of them. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse those circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. All right, let's go into that bottom leg inner thigh work. So we're going to bend the top knee. Good. and then foot's going to be on the floor. You're going to have your hand around your ankle. The bottom leg, Michelle just moved it so it's out nice and long and straight. We don't have that hinge at the hip anymore. She's going to flex that foot. Good. Okay, we're going to find the length of the leg. Then we're going to try to lift the leg off the mat. So up and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down, and 4, and down, and 5, and down, and 6. Now as you lengthen, as you lift, try not to let the hips, the pelvis kind of lift up towards your armpits. There you go. Oh, that's a little harder, huh? Okay. And 3, and 2. Now 1 up and hold. Now you're going to draw 5 circles with this heel. So let's go for 5, 4, 3, good, 2, that's better. You're a little more stable now. Now reverse for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Now you're going to pulse up for 10, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, good, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Can you lift it 1 more inch higher? Now lower everything down. Good. Let's lengthen both legs long. We're going to go into that clam series now. And you may notice when you do those inner thigh series from side to side, there's sometimes a big difference from one leg to the other. So don't be surprised if one leg does it easily and the other leg's struggling a little bit. Okay, so let's bend the knees in. So we have a 90-degree hinge at the hip, and you're going to pull your knees in a little closer. So 90 at the knee. So pull the knees in. There we go. Okay, so Michelle's got her hips, knees, and ankles all stacked. That's what we want the whole time we're doing this. She's going to keep her feet on the floor. The heels are the hinge point for the first set. Let's do 10 small clams. So lift for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's do a bigger clam now. So the feet come up in the air. Good. The knees stay stacked. We don't let one slide past the other. Good. Let's open and close for 10 again. 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Lower the leg down. Okay, now we're going to go into our little internal external jig. Now this side's harder for Michelle because this leg, do you feel the difference? This leg, this hip doesn't want to allow her to do as much external rotation. So this side's a little more challenging. So we're going to lift this leg up. The bottom leg stays down. Now we're going to internally rotate the femur so the knee taps. And then here's the hard part, the external rotation without rolling backwards. And then let's go internal and then external heels. So internal is knees tap, external is heels tap. So that head of that femur is rotating in the hip socket. Good. And if you can't get your knees to tap or your heels to physically touch, just head that direction. This Pilates is a lifetime practice. We don't perfect it after 3 times of doing something. And good, knee and heel and knee and heel. Good. Let's do 2 more. Knee and heel. Last one, knee and heel. Let's rest the leg. Good. Now we're going to pick up the whole leg as one unit. Okay, so lift it up a little bit higher. Good. And then put it down. Now as you lift it up, don't roll back to me. So lift up. There you go. And down. And for 3. And down. And for 4. And down. And for 5. And down. And for 6. And down. And 7, good, 8, and 9. Now she's going to lift it up for 10. Now little pulses up. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. I think now we deserve a stretch. So we're not going to repeat the series on the stomach. That was a one-time thing. So let's go ahead. Let's roll onto your back. So after you do all this, you deserve a hip stretch. So lie on your back, and you're going to bring let's bring the right leg, cross it over the left like a number 4 position. Good. Now, for some of you, you may feel a really nice stretch in the hip. If you're not quite there yet, it's okay to fold the other knee in, grab other thigh, I should say, grab behind your knee or your leg, and enjoy that stretch in the right glute. Now, if you want to make it extra special, you can straighten this leg to the ceiling, and then we add in a lovely hamstring stretch, so it's a 2 for 1. This is a good value stretch. Okay. And if that doesn't feel good for your body, you just go back to where this knee is bent. Yeah, so either one works. It really just depends on what your body needs. And if you're someone that sits all day, this stretch feels really lovely in the back of the hip there, in the glute piriformis. Yep. Okay, now let's switch our sides. So now you're going to bring the left leg, cross it over. Here's the number 4. Good. If you need to stay here in this position, that's fine. If you want to bring it in, and then if you want to add the extra hamstring, you straighten that leg. Good. And you get everything all at once. Good. And then come out of that stretch, and you are all done working your glutes, legs, and abs are always in there, no matter what.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Okay.